All right, all right, all right. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of The Breakdown with your girl, Marcy. Super excited to see you guys again. We're now jumping back to the book. I know I got like all my little sticky notes, but this is because I'm here for you to break it down like a compound fraction so that we can understand things better when it comes to the pursuit of purpose. We're still in chapter 2. We hit the first 3 points. The last time, God doesn't make any mistakes was point number 1. Number 2, everything in life has a purpose. So that means you. And then 3, not every purpose is known or physically seen like up top. So as I mentioned before, there are 7 total. So instead of me just doing 3 more again today and then doing the last one on the last day, I can put it all together because whenever we go over these last 4 points, you'll see how they're interdependent and we can mesh them all together to really understand the principles, the foundations, the fundamentals of your purpose whenever it comes to us in our life. Okay, so jumping back to it, the fourth one, where's my fourth one? Okay. Whenever purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable, which I like to say, a point that I wanted to speak out. Abuse only occurs whenever we don't use something according to its creator's intention. So whenever we start looking at our different gifts, talents, abilities, if we're not, and I think I mentioned this probably like the first chapter, because again, this is all relating and building off of each other. If we're not using our various gifts and talents to bring some type of light or some type of influence, positive influence in the world, then we're cheating not only ourselves of showing our true potential, but we're cheating somebody else who might be looking at us, needing an example to really understand what it's like to be a boss for some people, in the business world, or a great sister, a great mom, a good dog owner, or whatever the case may be. Because it's never about you. You're never doing something for yourself. It's always going to benefit other people if it's used properly when it comes to understanding and knowing your purpose. So that leads to my next one. Not mine is in mine, but mine is in Dr. Miles Monroe. If you want to know the purpose of a thing, never ask the thing. So y'all know I'm petty, just a little bit, a lot sometimes. The simplicity of all of these points that have been coming out. You never ask a thing, what is its purpose? So I'm going to be particular. I don't grab my tote and say, what's your purpose? Tote ain't going to say nothing to me, okay? The creator of this bag, the designer who had this in mind, what's his name? Michael Kromer, C-R-O-M-E-R. He had a design specific for this bag. So I can't say, bag, what is your purpose? Bag, what are you supposed to do? No, the designer, the creator had an intention for this bag. And it's up to the designer to meet the need of the buyer, the consumer, so that I can use my bag to either hold my shoes whenever I'm wearing heels, now I got my feet hurting and everything else, or my laptop because I'm going to a business meeting, or some snacks and cookies because y'all know your girl might be skinny Benny, but she loves to eat and she puts some groceries away. It has a designated purpose, and I need to use that bag according to the purpose, according to the designer whenever he created it. Which brings us to the next point, because like I said, they're all interdependent. Purpose is only found in the mind of the creator. So whenever Mike was making his bags, but now it's being run by a Korean conglomerate or whatever. But whenever they made this bag design, they said, you know what? Women nowadays, we got kids, we got dogs, we got other things going on. We need something that's going to be able to handle all of that kind of stuff. So let me make sure this bag has some sturdy arms, straps, or I would like to say, to be able to hold. It's got a nice width, it's got nice depth, because y'all know me, and especially if y'all know my sister, she throws any and everything. She's got flip-flop, lotions, hair brushes, combs, jewelry, some other stuff, and then sometimes she does have a snack, but that's her business. But the designer had that in mind. So when we think about it, if I'm not staying into my purpose for the sake of this bag that can hold my laptop, my shoes, some snacks, my purse, my wallet, all that other stuff, if I'm not using it for that, then it doesn't have its direct purpose. So everything that I can do with this bag, I can't do with this bag. I can't fit no shoes in here. I can only fit my wallet, keys, gum, some other stuff, a little bit of cash, my inhaler, because, you know, sometimes I'm a little asthmatic, but, you know, the Lord is blessing. But I can't use this same bag like I can use for this bag. They have two different purposes. They have two different designs to meet the need according to the audience or the event or the attire that I'm going to wear it with, which brings us to the last point. Purpose is the key to fulfillment. Only God knows the purpose for your life. Since we're using the whole designer bag as my example, the designer knew what can fit in this bag. When you try to put something else or something that doesn't belong in this size and this shape, it's not going to fit, which means it's not being used to its fullest potential. There is no fulfillment. That's why I can put, like I told you, don't be judging, but my inhaler, whenever I have a little asthmatic moment, a pen to write down my little nose, chapstick, because I got to, you know, keep it cute and fresh. Mints, got to keep it minty, fresh. All that can fit in here with no problem. But in my big girl bag, as I like to call it, I can put more in here. I got to put pockets of shoes in there just to prove a point. But I can put more in here, which will allow me to do more things out and about and not have to worry about, oh, I don't have enough space. And even in the midst of our little trials and whenever we overcome them, we're still fulfilling that smaller purpose. It could be a task. It could be something, just a little hurdle. But once we've overcome it, guess what? It can go towards the greater good and purpose of being not only fashionable, but useful all at the same time. Because we got to be cute. And also shout out to Miss Kimbo Boutique, because that's where I got my bag from. If you don't know about her, she's tagged inside my Instagram. Love her to death. Love her to bits and pieces. But understanding your purpose. It's not going outside the lines. That's how we find fulfillment. Staying in those parameters of checking with your creator, like I said, prayer, meditation, mentorship, all of that, to really find oneself and getting centered to say, what is my purpose for this moment in time for the sake of season or this particular group of people? Did I do the best that I can do at this point in time in my life? If I've done the best that I can and I've used the resources and the positioning I was at to do a quick night out on the town versus me going on a cruise ship and needing to have everything going to the beach. Okay, then I feel fulfilled. I don't have to go to the bag and say, what is your purpose? What are you supposed to do? Because I'm going to know. Because the purpose is going to always be focused around that particular point or season in your life. So when in doubt, pray it out, baby. Because I know I do every single day. Because there are moments, even people who seem like they have it all together, have moments of doubt and say, am I really fulfilling my purpose? You know, I feel like I send this up to my boss as an idea to help with like customer service or even sales. He kind of brushes me off. What's the point? It doesn't matter. Do the best that you can do in the time that you're in the space that you're in, and then just watch the blessings flow, as they say. Won't he do it? Or watch how opportunities present themselves. And you never know who's looking. You never know who's watching. So it's always important to keep this right. No attitudes, no neck popping, and all that stuff that we talked about in the previous chapters, in the previous videos. Keep it on the straight and narrow. And understand and remember, you have a purpose. You are important. You are loved. And let's make a difference. Until next time, happy Wednesday.